Well, welcome back everybody, it's Richard Macintyre here, and it's been a really lovely afternoon here in Kent. It's 19 degrees and the sun's out at the moment, so though we've got a bit more breeze now, I suppose it's cooling down as it's we're into the early part of September. This afternoon I thought I would continue to show you what projects I've got coming up and things that have been kicking around my workshop for the last few for years really. The last video I showed you that wonderful Melody French machine which I really love, and played you Hop Along Cassidy and for Buzz, one of my subscribers, and thank you very much for that. And anyone else got any requests, then by all means let me know. This afternoon I thought I would talk to you about a very nice machine that I've had in the workshop for the last 2 years. Promised a neighbour that I would actually have a look at it, give it a service and refurbishment because it was running a bit slow, and he used to take it out with his Austin 10 that he's a great fan of, and I had a ride in, and so I said I'd look at it. It's a very nice machine. It's a HMV 104, sometimes called HMV 104A, but I think this is a 104. And so without further ado, let me turn the camera around and we'll have a look at this machine. So here we go. I'm going to play you a record as later on. I'm going to play the Donkey Serenade by J. Wilber and his band, but before then let's just have a look at this machine in more detail. These currently are retailing on eBay, I think for about nearly £200. I think I've seen them there. This is made of oak. This is oak case, and it's very, very heavy. John Butcher, who's the guy who has sold me this machine, I carried it round from his house, which is about 2 streets away, and I really started to feel it by the time I'd walked carrying this all that way. Now that's not far for me, and I'm quite a fit guy, but it is quite heavy, but I imagine it's probably got a double elliptical type horn inside. I haven't opened the case up yet. It's probably hasn't been opened since it was manufactured. Probably I would have thought these came out late 30s maybe. I don't know. I haven't really done too much research on this, but I know one thing. It sounds really nice. It's got a I think this is a 4A box. I think this will be. I think it says on the back. Yeah, I think it's I'll check that. I think it's a number 4A box, but I could be wrong. It's the or even a 5 maybe. A very nice production and sound of this machine. I'm not even sure what the Garrod motor is in this, but it might be 11A. Might be. It's a single spring machine anyway, and it was running slow. I think being here for 2 years and then being used occasionally has actually loosened up some of the grease up a bit, and it is actually running true and right. So, but I just thought I'd do a quick video about it, and I'll give you a demonstration. So we're going to play the Donkey Serenade here by J. Wilber and his band, so from the Firefly, and so yeah, so it's very nice. So without further ado, I'm going to put the camera down and give you a rendition. Hold with me. Right, so let's put some steam in here. Put the microphone near the grill, so you should get a good understanding of the sound. It's set at 78, so without further ado, let's go.
There's a song in the air, there's a light in her eyes. There's a song in the air, but the fair señorita doesn't seem to care for the song in the air. Will I was feeling good on you. If you're sure she wants it, that I am just a fool, serenading on you. Amigo mio, does she not have a dainty bread? She listens carefully to each little tune you say. She loves to sing it too, if only she knew the words. But try as she may, in her voice there's a flaw, and all that the lady can you're the one for me. There's a light in her eyes, though she may try to hide it, she can't deny there's a light in her eyes. Oh, the charm of her smile, so beguiled the angel that he rode a mile for the charm of her smile. Her face is a dream like an angel I saw, but all that my darling can see. You're the one for me.
There we go, Donkey Serenade by Wilber and his band. So just to clarify, I've looked on the back of the Soundbox. It's a 5A box, this one. So one of the very nice aluminium diaphragm type boxes, as opposed to micro. And the grill really looks nice on this. The little bit of work needed here, it started to separate, which is something I'm going to make some pieces and fit in there. The actual grill itself is absolutely perfectly in good order. The rest of it is in quite good nick as well. Just needs a bit of a rub down probably, and a restain or polish or varnish. I'll make some decision once we get there. But the rest of the the rest of the machines is fine actually, and so I think I offered John in the region of about £70 for this machine, I think, and he was quite happy for that because he hasn't got really room for it anymore. So yes, and I'm really chuffed because I've always liked this. I've always liked this style. Very similar to you can just about see it in the darkness here. The Decca 118, sorry, the Columbia 118 that I salvaged from a skip a few years ago, and I've used a number 4 Soundbox on that one, and I finally managed to find the right arm for that. Do you remember? That's a while ago now, but I play that quite a lot out here, and so it will complement that quite nicely, sitting next to the hamper gramophone that I haven't quite got around to finishing. One of them I was making it parts, so we'll get round to that at some stage, along with all the other projects that I've got to do. So anyway, look forward to your comments, and do let me know what you think, and any requests you want to have. As I've said before, don't forget to push the subscribe button and the little bell so you know that when I'll be next uploading. But see you all very soon on the next one, and take care.